Regardless of what your personal preference is, like you could be a fan of our truck, you could be a fan of the old Peterbilt version, or you might be a fan of the old 80s style cab-over version of Optimus. I think there is one thing that all of us as Transformers fans can agree on, and that's that Optimus Prime is probably one of the most inspirational and motivational fictional characters ever created. And if you've been following us and our replica for even a short window of time, you've likely already seen all the good things we do with it and all the different ways we try to bring out the character of Optimus. Today, for instance, he's looking pretty on the show floor, and we're supporting a great cause by permitting people up in that driver's seat for photos. So we're going to be doing some great things this weekend, and I truly enjoy these moments. But if I were to think about all the things we've done and pick a personal preference, I really look forward to those days where we take Optimus to these elementary schools and encourage these kids to take a stand with Optimus against bullies. I've been bullied pretty much the majority of my life. I mean, through school, the kids were just relentless, man. They would not let up on me because they knew that I would not stand up for myself and I would not do anything about it. So they knew they can get away with anything. And then come to find out, at the end of school, when you're thinking that you're finally done with the bullies and that you survived and you can move on with your life, that, bullies are not going away. They're just going to take on a different form as a grown adult, and they're going to do things in a different way that'll still bring you down. And even to this point, to this day with Optimus Prime, I still get bullied quite a bit. And I think everyone can relate to that in some level. I think a lot of us have dealt with bullies to a certain extent or felt like we've been the victim of a bully. And I think all of us can agree that it's not a pleasant feeling, right? You hear about these news stories all the time of these kids who they don't even want to go to school anymore because of the bullies that bring them down. Or you hear about these forms of cyberbullying and kids that just completely shut down or even run away from home and disappear because of something that a bully said or did to them. It's clearly a problem that needs to stop. And I recognize the efforts of all the organizations out there to try to curb bullying and try to help those who need it. So I figured, now is my time, having dealt with it all my life, to support this initiative, but in a very unique way. Because, see, I'm the only one behind the wheel of the world's only replica of Optimus Prime from Age of Extinction. And I'm in a position where I'm willing to go to these schools and support these kids and show them that if Optimus Prime and myself can take a stand against bullies, so can they. So in 2019, I started this campaign, Optimus Against Bullies. Essentially what it is us taking our replica of Optimus all over the country to elementary and intermediate schools. We've been to schools from Pennsylvania down to South Carolina, all the way down to Texas. And we have this very well-coordinated and well-organized presentation that we delivered to the kids at that school in an effort to stop bullying. Most of the time what we'll do is we'll roll up to the schools to the surprise of the kids waiting outside. And many times we're escorted by police and fire. Sometimes we're escorted by other vehicles of Team Prime like Bumblebee. And the cool part about that is I don't even have to say a word to the kids. As soon as we turn the corner, as soon as they see us pulling in, they go crazy. They're like, what is Optimus Prime doing here? They recognize him right away. They don't know what we're doing, why we're there. They just love what they see. And it's an experience, just that alone, that they'll never forget and that they'll be talking about for the rest of the day. So I kind of let them ooh and ah a little bit, and then I introduced myself to them, explained to them who I was, and tell them a little bit about our story and how we came to acquire and build Optimus. But most of the time we actually spend talking about bullies. I tell the kids a little bit about my experience with bullying, and I help them understand the effects of bullying and also encourage them to take a stand against bullies alongside Optimus Prime. I let the kids know that Optimus left Cybertron. He's on this very important mission, and I ask if they'd like to join us in this mission and support something that we can relate to, that we know they're going through, support something that no one else has ever done before, taking a stand against bullies alongside the world's most motivational character, Optimus Prime. And I'm not a certified expert or anything in bully prevention. I'm just a dad who understands what it's like to deal with bullies pretty much all my life, And I want these kids to understand that even if they don't believe in the real Optimus Prime, and even if they look at our truck as just a fancy truck with a fancy paint job, that the ability to unleash their inner Prime is within them, that everybody has that Prime inside, and that they should never suppress it, that they should bring that out, and they should take a stand, and they should do as Optimus Prime would do, take a stand against those who try to bring them down, show others what it means to pursue their dreams without letting the negativity of others bring them down, and just live their life to the best of their ability, exactly as the character Optimus would. You know, with the schools in particular, they do bring in guest speakers throughout the course of a year, and a lot of these speakers have great presentations that coincide with them. But the reality is that the kids will likely forget much of what those guest speakers shared with them. My hope is that they will never forget the day Optimus Prime rolled into their school grounds. And in conjunction with that, my hope is that the message we've shared with them and what we're trying to empower them with will resonate with at least a few more than normal. Optimus Against Bullies is a program like no other. It's something you've never seen before, and it's something that I know can have an impact in your community because it's already made such an impact across many other states in just a short amount of time. So if it is something that your district might be interested in, if you're part of a school board or administrative team and you believe you have the support and the interest as well as the means of helping Optimus and I get down there, I'm more than happy to have a conversation with you, because I believe that every kid deserves a chance to pursue their dreams and to live their own life and to do some great things, but they can only do that if they have the support of one another. And who better to encourage them and show them what it means to take that leap of faith than somebody who's done it himself and somebody who motivates like no other.